Good morning, all. Hope you all are fit and fine. Today, we are going to start the first chapter of our commerce subject. The name of the chapter is Classification of Human Activities, Economic and Non-Economic. So, from the name itself, we can understand that human activities can be classified into two parts: economic activities and non-economic activities. First, we'll go to economic activities. See, meaning of human activities. Have a look on the screen. Human activities mean all those activities which human beings undertake. Human activities are undertaken to satisfy human wants. These activities continue throughout life because wants are unending, unlimited, and recurring. Some of the human activities produce direct economic benefits, whereas other economic benefits produce no direct economic benefits. See the meaning of this statement. Just imagine a person who is performing several activities throughout the day, from the morning till night. He's waking up, then getting dressed, taking breakfast, maybe going for office or factory, walking over there. In between that, taking tiffin. At the end of the working day, coming back to his home, taking care of the children, maybe visiting a friend's house or visiting a temple, a church, wherever. So many different activities we perform. The human being, we perform so many different activities. All these are human activities. Next, human activities are undertaken to satisfy human wants. Human wants, wants are never ending. Because once we complete one ends, one wants or one demand, automatically a new demand or new want generates. That's why it is told that these human activities continue throughout life because wants are unending, unlimited, and recurring. Unending because it never comes to an end. Unlimited, we have unlimited demand or wants, and recurring. Recurring means that takes place again and again, like taking food. In case you take food in the morning, does it mean that the hunger for the entire day comes to an end? No. Again, after maybe 2 hours or 3 hours, you will feel hunger. Then again you take lunch. Then same type of feeling, same type of hungerness again will arise. So this is a recurring. These wants are recurring in nature. Next, let's see. Some of the human activities produce direct economic benefits. Other human activities produce no direct economic benefits. So that example I told you, a man is performing so many different activities throughout the day. Out of that, some economic benefits, some activities has direct economic benefits. Like the person is working in the office or working in a factory. A doctor is treating patients in the hospital. A teacher is teaching in the institutes, like that. So out of these different activities, we are getting some economic benefits. So these are obviously behind these activities, some economic benefits are there. But at the same time, in that example, whatever different works I told you, the person visiting his friend's house or visiting a temple or masjid or church, in that case, those activities, see, there is no connection with economic benefits. Actually, the person is performing those activities for its personal satisfaction. Okay, that those activities are not done for economic benefits. So we understood that all activities performed by the human being are called human activities. Out of that, some activities are done with the object of economic benefits. That means those activities gives you or produce direct economic benefits, whereas some activities are there which are not at all related with economic benefits. Next, come to the characteristics or features of human activities. See, the main characteristics of human activities are as follows. See, first activity characteristics. Human activities are activities which can be undertaken only by human being. That is men, women, and children. Okay, If you see the right hand side part, it is told human activities are activities which can be undertaken only by human beings, that is men, women and children. So that's the one features or characteristics of human activities. Next, number 2, human activities are undertaken to satisfy human wants which are unlimited. Obviously, we perform several types of activities to satisfy our wants, and our wants, our demands are always unlimited. Once we fulfill our demand, one demand, automatically another demand arises. Third, human activities continue throughout life. Okay, so long the person will be alive, so long men will live, automatically there will be some sort of limit, demand or wants. So to satisfy those wants or to satisfy those demands, you must have some activities. So human activities continue throughout the life period. Then human activities have a very wide range. See, there is no limit. Unlimited different activities are there. Different activities are there. Okay, it depends on the person, depends on the profession. The activities of a doctor may be different from a teacher. The activities of a employee is maybe different from the worker. So different people has different types of activities. So wide range of activities, lot of different types of activities are there that human being perform. Fifth one, human activities are performed both for earning money as well as obtaining personal satisfaction. So that example I told you, a person was performing so many activities. He was going to office, okay, or teaching in the school, teaching in a college, practicing in a court, that's lawyer, or a chartered accountant practicing accounts. Those are activities with the object of earning some economic benefits or money. But other than that, some other activities are also there, like visiting a friend's house, going to a temple or church or masjid. So those activities are often done for obtaining personal satisfaction. Those activities are not done with the object of money. So till now, what you understood, that human activities are classified into two parts. Okay, that part I'll do later on. First, you have to understand the meaning of human activities and the features or characteristics of human activities. Next, the actual classification. All human activities may broadly be classified into two categories: economic activities and non-economic activities. Okay, this is the main classification for human activities. Whatever activities a human being perform, all those activities can be classified into two parts. One is economic benefit activities, another is non-economic activities. Then see what is economic activities. Economic activities refers to all those human activities which are undertaken to earn a living and thereby satisfy human wants. The main objects of these activities is to earn income and create wealth. Okay, so the main objective of economic activities was to earn money and to create wealth. The money earned through work is used to satisfy wants. For example, a teacher teaches in a school or college, a doctor attends to patients in his clinic, a shopkeeper sells his goods to his customers, like that. So all these are economic activities. Economic activities are concerned with production or distribution or exchange of goods and services. These activities create utilities and results in the production of wealth. Economic activities are also called occupation. Okay, this is the meaning of economic activities. So different examples are there where these people are involved in some sort of activities, and their objective is to get some income or create wealth. That income or wealth will help that person to satisfy his wants. And as wants are unlimited, recurring, so once you complete your one wants, automatically another wants will arise. So human activities will continue throughout the lifetime. There is classification of economic activities. So this is not classification, it's a characteristics actually. Main characteristics of economic activities. Okay, main characteristics of economic activities are as follows: the economic motive, productive, economic resources, rational use, economic growth, legally valid, and socially desirable. Economic motive, productive, economic resources, rational use, economic growth, legally valid, and socially desirable. You note down all the points. In our next video, I'll explain all the points. Okay.